In the beginning, it was really a shock. It was frightening in that I thought, you know, is this like, am I going down a one-way street? Is this going to be the end of my life and all that kind of thing? And I said, you know what, Patty, back off and just take it as it comes and everything will be okay. And actually, that works well for me. The nice thing is that Steve is so understanding, so we walk a lot and get the fresh air, and so that's been a big help. I'm doing the best I can.
Patty is just, she's the love of my life, and to see the deterioration that happens, although it's very slowly, there is a natural progression there, and it's heartbreaking.
He's amazing. He really is. He helps me in so many ways. I sometimes get very confused, and he helps me a lot.
The Alzheimer's Association helped me with organizing our lives to take on the challenges of dealing with the disease. They gave me direction on a lot of things I could do to kind of get over different hurdles in dealing with the disease and being a better care partner.
The Alzheimer's Association is so special because they've done so many things to help clear up my situation, you know, so that I feel comfort, and I just think that's a blessing.
You know, it is a disease that is so devastating for so many families and so many lives. But we really, this society has not really embraced enough the significance of it.
So funding for Alzheimer's disease is more urgent now than ever before for several reasons. One is that the baby boomers are reaching the age of highest risk, which means we're going to see an unprecedented escalation in cases with this illness. The predictions are that we will go from currently 5.3 million people with Alzheimer's in the United States to over 15 million people by the year 2050. And the disease is incredibly costly, so even last year alone it cost the United States over $170 billion. So you can imagine that this trend could bring down our healthcare system if we do not find better treatments for this disease. And the problem is that at the moment there are no effective treatments that can stall or halt the disease in its tracks, and certainly nothing that can reverse it.
We have a very clear mission, is to fight this disease and to create a world without Alzheimer's. But no money, there's no mission. And I think for the research, you know, to accelerate the research because we're raising the time, and to provide the care, information, outreach, education, how to teach family how to cope with Alzheimer's, all needs money. The NIH has allocated the amount of money that's it's not only did not increase but decrease compared to AIDS and other heart disease or cancer. I mean, we are so insignificant. Not that I say those diseases are not important, but we really have to take the initiation to raise money in order to provide the research that's needed. Otherwise, we're going to lose this battle.
So what is special about funding from the Alzheimer's Association is that a lot of it is targeted at junior investigators, young people trying to enter this field to make a difference. And so this funding helps them to get projects off the ground, generate meritorious preliminary data that they can then leverage into funding from the National Institutes of Health. I am extremely excited about ongoing research that has identified, I think, several root causes of the disease. At the moment, there is no activity, diet, medicine that can surely prevent the disease. That's simply the fact. So the best thing that anybody can do is to support, in any way they can, research into this condition, into the causes and the development of new and better treatments for this disease.
And I want to say that we no longer look at Alzheimer's as not a disease that people think is hopeless. There's a hope. Definitely there's a hope.
The Alzheimer's Association has great value to me and to Patty as a couple because they provide us with more than anything hope. They provide us with the hope that there might be a cure. We have been very active as advocates. There are organized efforts that the Alzheimer's Association makes. And Patty is one of those that can still speak about the disease. And so she's able to represent many people that are unable to speak. I feel wonderful, like I am making a difference. And Patty, I know, is very heartened by the fact that we have some involvement. And she is giving back to an association that she feels is so worthy of our time and our involvement. They're just great people to work with, and we've been very blessed to have them in our lives.
The most important work Alzheimer's Association does is to bring the awareness of Alzheimer's disease to the world, and also bring the hope to those people who suffer from the disease, those patients and the family, that one day, with their leadership, that we can fight this disease. We can truly create a world without Alzheimer's.
Once you get the Alzheimer's Association with you, you're a lucky person, and they can steer you wherever you need to go. And I think I'm so thankful for them.
I made a commitment that after I have gone through with caring for my grandmother who has Alzheimer's disease, that as long as I live, I'm gonna make sure, if I can do it in my power, I want to make sure other families don't suffer through the same thing. People do not understand the devastation that this disease brought to a family or individual. And I think most of the population who is fortunate enough never really encountered Alzheimer's did not realize. In our country, the government, the policymaker, some of them did not think this is important enough because Alzheimer's patients do not have voice. They do not have voice because unlike cancer patient, most of this is survivor. They can speak up. Alzheimer's patient can't. So we have to speak up for them.
I'm so thankful for them because they are doing research and they keep people abreast of what's happening and gives hope that there will be a cure at some point. And that's important. I'm so thankful for them that they're there. I always call them angels on earth.
Well, my personal hope is that we will find a world without Alzheimer's, that we can find a cure to this terrible disease. And people like us won't have to worry about our children and their children contracting this disease with all the problems it brings.
It's a dream of mine that my children, their children, they'll live in a world where there is no Alzheimer's and people won't have to suffer through it. And you know, I feel very blessed, and I feel the position that I'm in now and working with people like you that help the cause, I'm gonna be okay.